Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of Honest Hour Podcast. I'm your host, Balkis Abdikebir. Right here in the studio with me today, I'm not here alone. I'm here with my co-hosts.
Dami Fernandez.
Today, we're going to be talking about challenges that Nigerian artists face before they get recognition without a record label. How do you think Nigerian artists gain recognition when they are not under a particular record label? What are the challenges that you think they face before they could get recognition from people?
Well, I think the major problem they are facing is funds, because when
Okay.
some of all these upcoming artists already find their ground in music, like they've already discovered that talent, they're like, oh, what's the next course of action? And that is to like go global, let everybody know who they are and all sorts. So if they don't have enough funds, there will not be enough backings for them to like really put themselves out. They will not know the marketing strategy to use and all. Do you get? So I feel
Okay.
like fonts is kind of limiting them.
Funds in the sense that
Yes.
when they want to go to the studio,
Yes,
they'll have to request for money from
exactly.
them before they get to
All
record.
the old mixing, the
Then
old
now they
having
get to
to,
push
yes, the
it.
production of the music
Mixing and
itself,
mastering,
yes, is
right?
actually quite expensive. So if they don't have that, it can actually limit them.
Okay. Another thing that actually think about like that is the challenges that they are facing is about how they get playlist inclusion, how radios gets to play them,
Yes.
how they get to trend on social media, stuff like that. Do you know that there are limits to the musics that radio station play? Because they are monitoring them. They have a particular, but if you get radio stations to get to play your music or playlist inclusion or all those streaming platforms, you go out there, people will get to recognize you. But all
Yes.
those upcoming artists, when they don't have a particular record label that is pushing them out there, it might not be easier for them to get what's like connection
Some of
for
all
all
these
those
artists
stuff.
have always have like spots. They already pay for spots in those radio stations to like get their music to be more to be broadcasted. Do you get?
Oh, do you
But
know
like
that?
upcoming artists, how much can you really offer? You cannot really offer much, and they don't really
They believe that you
give
don't have
face to all those kind of
money.
people. Do you get?
You know that all these distribution companies too, that they get to see them out there. Now, what do you think like social media can do for all those upcoming artists? Like,
Social media plays a major role, especially TikTok. I remember that time, I don't know what year it is, but like when Love One Thing came out by CK, TikTok really
yeah,
pushed that song and like people knew, not just in
it's not
Nigeria
even
alone,
only that music.
worldwide. Then this recent guy too, Kumi, that sang Arike too.
Yeah.
TikTok really helped the guy, and I'm sure maybe because I'm not sure, but like maybe because of that, he was able to like get more record labels to like call for him. Do you get?
When we're talking about social media platform that actually pushes music out
I
there,
feel like
I think
TikTok
TikTok is
is
number
number
one
one.
because there are lots
Yes.
of artists out there that TikTok have actually pushed, like Shode, all his music. When he tried to post it on TikTok, he pushes, especially when you get to do a lot of videos about
Yes.
that sound. It's actually trend.
And I feel
So
like
Libyan too,
okay.
there is one that I did during Ramadan that actually trend, that Ramadan song. There
Oh.
is this guy too, Kid Baby's husband, that his song Rabina, Rabina, his song actually trended on TikTok too. I think TikTok is actually doing a great
Yes,
job out
exactly.
there
And
for
I
all
feel
those
like some of all these
artists.
upcoming artists are already like noticing, because for you to be noticed by a record label, you need to have like a very good fan base. So once they know that, oh, since they know, sorry, that TikTok is that particular like something that will like push them forward. Some of them are already
Yeah,
utilizing it. And if it works for them, record
fine.
labels tend to like realize them, and then
Do you know
they
that
can.
these upcoming artists, it's not like they don't want to actually go to all these record label, but they feel like, okay, what if they sign contracts with those people and later on they get to realize that this contract is not actually what they are supposed to do, but because in the plight of them getting people, like they want to get people to know them out there because they are upcoming, they just try to sign that contract. How do you feel about all
I
those
feel like
contracts that they have to
upcoming
record label?
artists, they don't really look at the pros and cons that come with music production. They
Yeah.
just look at that aspect that comes with the fame, that, oh, once I become very popular, I'll have this, people will know me. So once they just give them that agreement, and in a way, it kind of like favors them. They don't even bother to like read the procedures or everything. They just sign in a rush. So it's after they now like start making it big, or so that they now finally realize that, oh, I can't actually work with this agreement. So they will like try to change it, but then it might be a bit difficult. Problems will start arising. That's when you start hearing that, oh, the musician and the producer and the record labels, they're having fights and all this kind of thing. So if upcoming artists can like reduce in that
Then they should
spirit
slow
of I want to
down.
be famous, and just like think through it very well. So I feel like it would work
Actually,
out for
fame is
them.
not a bad thing because it would be what should I call it? It would be an ambition of everyone working out there that I want people to get to know me. I want to push what I'm doing.
Yes,
I want to
so I
be
want to
out
be the
there. So I
next.
think in the spirit of them wanting to be out there, wanting people to get to know them, and they know that this particular record label is the one that can push me and get people to know me. That's why they get to do those stuff. Even some record label, they might do like contract that they will be like 80-20. Like the artist will be having 20% of
You
what they're doing.
get.
The record label will be having
So it's
80%.
like later on they now find out that, oh, I can't actually work with this, and
Yeah.
then the record label is reminding you that, Oga, you
You
signed
sign
this
this contract
contract, so
and
you
you
cannot
cannot,
bridge it.
seriously speaking.
So sometimes I feel like upcoming artists too, or artists in general to kind of like face this problem in record labels.
But
So
what
people
about,
tend to want to
okay.
be independent, which might not exactly work for them. We have the likes of Davido that started from the scratch and it worked for him. So we cannot say because it worked for him, it might work for others. Do you get?
It's just like trying their lucks. But what do you think they can get to do? Because there are some people that they're actually scared of those record labels. Let's be candid. That they don't want to have any relationship to do with those people. They just want to be on their own and make it big out there. What are the things that you think that they can do that will help them to push
I feel like
themselves
they
out
should
there?
utilize that social media. You know, we discussed about TikTok being
TikTok,
the
yeah.
most useful platform. So if they can utilize stuffs like that and then they create this fan base, it would make them be more recognized. And since they know their words because of that fan base, they'll be able to like come up with a contract that suits both them and the record label itself. Do you get?
Okay. All right. Another thing that I think all those upcoming artists that they need to do is like it's not actually only about social media. How about getting to talk to all those celebrities that they're out there like, okay, please help me to use my sound so that it will
That's
trend.
another thing
Like
also,
and
yes.
all those people that have
Collaborating
fan base
with
on all those social medias already, that okay, please help me to use this particular side of my music so that
yes.
you'll be able
It
to
would
trend out
put them
there.
out in the world, like collaborating with celebrities, the
Yes.
likes of like Davido,
Because some
Wizkid,
people did not
popular
really actually
artists.
have this money that it takes to do
Yes,
all these things,
exactly.
and yet they want to be out there. So, what are the things that you think they can still do apart from this social media,
That's what you just said. The one of
like
collaborating
with
with
celebrities
yes, with
that they should?
musicians that have actually made it big in the music industry.
Do you think musicians will actually want to help them without them signing them on their
No,
own record
there's
label?
this thing I feel like some of all those artists used to do. They make short clips with all these musicians and then they are just dancing. They might not necessarily be singing, just dancing. But the fact that the artist itself is vibing to that song, people would want to be like, oh, who is this person? Because oh, you've gotten yourself associated with some of all these popular musicians you get. So it can bring you out into the limelight and
Do you know why I actually like why I'm interested in this kind of topic? Because some people out there they see musicians like people that they don't have something serious to do with their life. Like they do not see artists like people singing. They did not see them as someone that has a particular work that they are doing. They did not see singing as a profession. And since we
yes.
are in the mood of Workers' Day, like we're in May, so I think we should just talk about this thing. Like, how do you see artists? Like, are they actually professionals? Is the work like is it like they are working, or what's your own view about what people always say that artists that they are just looking for money in a simpler
The
way?
workload that comes with music production is actually a lot. The part of writing the lyrics, the part of mixing the songs, mastering everything you get. So
The
it's not
beats.
actually easy. You want to create a sound that everybody can vibe to. Sound that doesn't really make sense. People will not want to like really hear it or anything. So you need to like be very tactical when you are dealing with music. So your lyrics must be on point, your sound must be on point, your mixing and mastering too must be on point. So that's what I feel
I actually
about it.
believe like songwriting, being an artist, it has a lot of stages. You have the stage of songwriting
Yes,
before you get
lyrics.
to take it to the studio, before you get beats that will be palatable with the kind of song that you want to write, for the XG to mix and master it. Like, I want people, like, the kind of impression that I want to give people out there is that they should eradicate the kind of feeling and mindset that all those artists, they are just looking for money, jare. They don't want to work, they are lazy.
Simple,
It's not something simple. It's very strenuous. It's active. It actually requires creativity, because to put music together is not something that is very easy
at all.
Most especially in Nigeria that we have. You might even stress yourself to bring out a lot of song, and when you just put it out there, people will be like, this one wrote rubbish, like, I don't like the beats, jare. And it's not actually a small thing. Like, that's what I want people to get to know out there. I want you, our viewers, to get to know that artists are doing a lot of work to get to entertain you people. They are putting together a lot of strength for you people to be happy and vibe to what they are doing. So in the spirit of Workers' Day, I'm trying to tell you that artists are actually working, and they are trying their possible best to make you people get to know that the creativity that they are putting together is not actually a joke. The work is not actually a small thing. It's very hectic, and I want you people to appreciate their work when they put it out there, because it's not an easy task. Do you have anything to say? What?
I think you said it all. Yes, the whole ordeal with music production and all is not,
seriously speaking,
sunshine and rain,
and they are facing a lot of challenges.
Exactly, they are facing a lot of challenges. So
It's
people
not-
just have
it's
to
not
understand
easy.
that being an upcoming artist, there are particular pros and cons you need to follow,
Yeah.
so that you can like really make it out big in the music industry.
And I pray all upcoming artists out there, you actually make it big by God's grace. All right, guys. I think you people have got to learn one or two things about upcoming artists, the challenges that they face, and the work they put together out there before they could get to bring something creative and beautiful for you people. See you next in the next episode. I am your host, Balikis Abdukebir.